What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining this client interview. I got my man Casey on the line here. Now, Casey's absolutely crushed it in the program despite actually being a multi-sport athlete. I'm going to let him talk about that a little bit, and I'm sure we're going to dive into it in this interview. But Casey, man, why don't you go ahead, just kind of briefly introduce yourself to the audience, man?
Yeah, my name's Casey. I'm a catcher in the class of 2028 and I play football. And just balancing out football and baseball, it's time consuming with like 4 hour practices and everything. But being able to have like a structure and everything I do, just it really helps out with, maintaining that time and just like fatigue and all of that. So
Absolutely, dude. So Casey literally just got back from football practice, probably within the last half hour, and he was able to hop on this interview, man. So I first of all, I greatly appreciate that. But I kind of want to dive into a little bit of the mindset you had joining the program with football kind of being in the back of your head. Like, Casey joined the program about two months ago now, probably 2.5 months. And like I'm sure you knew that football was right around the corner, man. So kind of take me through that mindset as to what kind of got you over the hump to join a baseball program during the summer and into your fall, despite even playing football, man.
yeah, so with football lifting and stuff, like I still got stronger, but like it wasn't really tailored to baseball. And then once I joined the baseball program, I got to see a lot more of that strength transfer to like my swing and seeing my exit velo go up and stuff like that. And then just hitting, playing summer ball, like I saw it transfer directly onto the field there. So that was the biggest thing for me was kind of getting that strength and power directed towards baseball instead of just like overall strength and power.
Hmm. For sure, man. And I've talked to multiple athletes that, you know, do play football. And a lot of them, say, hey, I'm going to wait till after the fall to start baseball training. Maybe in the winter when things calm down in football, like I'll be able to hop on some sort of structure and take baseball a little bit more serious. Casey, for you, why was it so easy to kind of forego that? I mean, when we were on our initial call, like you were pretty bought in, like you were ready to go, man. We didn't have to do even that much talking about football. So, what made it such an easy decision for you, man, to, just hop on programming despite knowing you're going to have a really busy season ahead of you this fall?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I saw results from other people, just other people that were in the program and on social media. But I knew playing summer baseball, and I play baseball in the fall still. I play double headers on Sundays. So, I can balance my time. I can work out in the morning and go to football after school and just being able to kind of manage my time. It actually also helped me start being better at managing my time because now I have to balance out two different things. So, yeah, that was a big thing for me.
100%, dude. Yeah, I respect that foresight that you have for your future because at the end of the day, man, like we want baseball to be, your I mean, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but like as far as our conversation, like we're wanting to play baseball at the next level. So, being able to not put football on the back burner, but still have that priority of baseball during this part of the year, I think is huge, man. I mean, so many players don't do that year-round training and they let these little spots throughout the year kind of hinder their development. So I greatly respect that, man, despite playing football and, we're able to work around that for sure. I want to also talk a little bit about like your results, of course, man. So we're up 9 EV, we got up to 91 off the tee, man. Why don't you tell me about that a little bit? What kind of feelings kind of arose when you hit that number, man? That's a big number, 90 plus off the tee, dude.
Yeah, I was really excited when I saw I hit 91, but just kind of the change in my mechanics was one of the big things for me. Getting into my hips more. I never really
Mhm.
got into my hips when I started. I was just kind of standing straight up.
Yep.
I was losing a lot of power. But once I started getting into my hips, it felt explosive. And then I wasn't just like swinging out of my shoes. I can consistently hit upper 80s, and it feels like I'm barely even swinging anymore. So I think that was a big thing for me was loading into my hip and just kind of changing up those mechanics a little bit.
Absolutely, dude. And for those of you watching, Casey's a pretty big kid. And when you get players with such big stature, like you really got to make it a point in their mechanics so that they can actually unlock what their body's capable of. And I think that was a big thing for you, Casey, getting into your legs, getting into the backside, also a little bit with that bat angle that we worked on, like just allowing your body to actually express what it's capable of. Like Casey's a big kid, he's a strong kid. Just got to let those, those mechanics almost unlock that. Casey, man, before we started working together, talk to me about the process for specifically your baseball training that you were doing. Was it like you were just throwing things together? Did you have some sort of program before working with us? What was the main process for you? And why do you think you weren't getting the results that you could have been getting during that process?
Yeah, I was just doing kind of random workouts. Like I would ask ChatGPT to make me a workout and I would follow that. And it wasn't consistent. It was like 2 days a week, 1 week, and then 4 days, and then 1 week I wouldn't work out at all. Like it was so random. There was no structure to it. So I don't think doing any of those workouts, it just tired me out more than actually helped me build muscle and strength.
Yeah,
And then
dude.
I did work out with a group and a trainer for a little while, but that was just once a week. So again, it was more kind of wearing me out. It wasn't enough to really translate for what I
Yeah.
wanted it to translate to.
Yeah, dude. 100%. Definitely a trap that a lot of players get in, just that once a week cycle where it's like it's almost a check-in. It's not really building something on a day-by-day basis or progressing in the manner that it needs to progress. So it makes sense, dude, as to like why you felt a little stuck there. I mean, you just got to compare it like, okay, if I'm going to a trainer once a week versus daily programming, you have, 6 times more input with daily programming than a daily program. It's just pretty simple. You're gonna have more time, more volume, you're gonna be working out more. So, yeah, dude. What I actually find enjoyable about Casey being in the program. So, we have another player that Casey's very familiar with inside the program. His name is Liam. He's on the YouTube with interviews and all kinds of stuff like that. But these guys like banter back and forth during our group calls. Like it's really funny. And like these guys know each other. And I think Casey, you are 1 year under Liam, correct? In the same organization.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Yeah, so Casey and Liam like kind of have like a funny little, it's not even a rivalry, but a little bit of banter going on. And I just want to kind of go back to maybe your experience in the group itself as a community. And I know Liam's like a big part of that, man, but how have like the group calls and maybe that community atmosphere been beneficial for you? Maybe even the summer EV challenge as well, like to actually incite, some growth and results out of yourself, dude.
Yeah, the summer EV challenge was a big one because I was just trying to push to get to the top. I ended up getting in second, but
Yeah, dude.
just kind of that like competition where it's like a little bit of you want to outwork as many people as you can. You just want to kind of push there. So that was definitely something that pushed me. But just seeing everyone in the group call, seeing all these people that were like dedicated to their goals and their dreams or whatever, and yeah, it was just kind of it pushed me a little bit further just to do that extra stuff to get up at 5 and go work out before school instead of just kind of pushing it off.
Absolutely. That's great to hear, man. That's definitely the goal. Definitely the goal, right? Tell me a little bit about Coach Ross. I mean, Coach Ross is a big part of what we got going on in the Close the Gap protocol, and I'm sure he was a big part of a lot of your results too, Casey. I wish he could have been on this call, but he's actually on a call right now with another player in the program, so he couldn't make it. But tell me a little bit about your guys' process and the results maybe you've seen on the mental side as well, and maybe even Coach Ross during the group calls. Like, what has been your favorite part about Coach Ross, his training methods, and the mental side specifically, dude?
The biggest thing for me was helping me develop an approach, just kind of a consistent mindset. I would go up there thinking about a million different things, and then I talked to him about it one day, and now I just have like one simple approach. And ever since then, I started hitting the ball really well. It was almost like I was thinking too much in there, but yeah, Coach Ross helped me kind of simplify everything and just calm it all down.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude. I think it's super important for players to understand that the mental game isn't just some abstract floating idea. Like you can actually train the mental game just like you can train the physical game. You can put systems in place, you can have accountability, you can have a mental coach somebody to actually start moving you in the right direction and progressing you on the mental side as well, man. So I'm glad that that was beneficial for you, and I'm sure Coach Ross, loves working with you, dude. Personally, I feel like you've been a very mentally strong athlete inside the program. Probably not a guy I worry about too much when it comes to his mental performance or capabilities, and I'm sure Coach Ross would definitely agree with that, man. As far as like joining the program, like I said, Casey, you're pretty much, for lack of a better term, man, pretty bought into the process beforehand. I mean, you saw Liam's results. You saw a lot of players also being helped within the program. And obviously, man, I know like your family has been very supportive of you financially, with their time and all that stuff. But as far as like finances go, like a lot of people would look at a program like this and be like, that's a lot of money, or that's a large sum to invest within your training. But if we look at it on a day by day basis, how would you say that investment has shaped out now that you have actually joined the program? And would you say just financially, like something like this is definitely worth the investment for you?
Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of money, but if you look at it, it's like you're getting, I mean, you have 24/7. I mean, not 24/7, but pretty much like daily conversations. It's like you can go to a lesson or a training session every single day.
Hmm.
So, I mean, depending on how bought in you're in, it would be worth it for sure because you get that kind of daily daily instruction, daily coaching. So yeah.
Yeah, dude. As far as like with the one-on-one lessons, I know you said you've tried some of that in the past and maybe been a little bit stuck. How would you compare online coaching to that specifically? And in what facets would you say online coaching actually maybe a little bit more beneficial for players like yourself rather than the in-person route?
Yeah, I mean, in person's good for like certain things, certain mechanical cues, but if it comes down to like a 5-day tournament and you're not home, you can't go talk to that coach. I mean, you could
Right.
send them a video maybe, but like that'd be it. And I mean, you can only get so much from that versus with you, I can send in video, set up a call, message you, whatever, and I know that I'm gonna get a response within a couple hours max.
Hmm.
So then even between games, if like there's something, it just feels super off, like nothing, it doesn't feel right at all. I can shoot a message over and I know that I'll get a response.
100%. 100%, man. Yeah, I used to do a lot of in-person lessons. And really, the reason why I switched was at least the players I was coaching, they just weren't getting better. And I don't think that was because of my coaching. I think that was just because literally we saw each other for an hour every 7 days. And she's like, man, I don't know how much better you're gonna get. Like, imagine you had a test and you just studied like 1/7 of the time you actually could. It's just like, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna actually prepare for this test and pass that thing. So yeah, man, 100%. If we kind of take a step back again and look at, where you were before joining the program, and let's say like hypothetically, Casey, like you never reached out, you didn't join the program, you kept doing what you were doing at that time. Realistically, like where do you think you would be right now?
Um, I definitely wouldn't be as structured. Like I wouldn't lift every single day. I wouldn't have the same hitting routine that I have. And I think I would just be kind of like a mediocre hitter, batting like 270. I think that's what I hit in high school, 275 or something like that. I just wouldn't really stand out. I'd just kind of be your like lukewarm player instead of being a player that people look for, people look out for, and stuff like that.
Right. And clearly you were not okay with that. Clearly you wanted to make a change on that and, take that next jump. Your weight gain, bro. I think you're one of the guys in the program where I'm like, okay, his weight gain has been like significantly impacting his results in a really positive way. And you've put on a good amount of weight, dude. Tell me about that process, your nutritional process, your tracking, and how that's actually impacted you and your results right now, dude.
Yeah, I think I'm up, what, 8 pounds, something like that. I don't know. I'm sitting at about 200 now.
Yeah.
And originally, I thought it was going to be pretty difficult with tracking calories and stuff.
Hmm.
Like, it just seems kind of daunting, but it's really not that hard. It takes 30 seconds before you eat or after you eat just to either weigh it out or scan a barcode or whatever. And I think it helps me feel stronger, even faster. I mean, I'm heavier, but I still feel faster and just more energized throughout my day. Like I know that I'm hitting my protein, my carbs, my fat, my calories, all of that, and just kind of combining it all. It just helps me overall be more athletic and strong and all that stuff.
Yeah, dude. I think it's definitely shown in your EV for sure, and I think for sure in your weight room too. What kind of strength gains have you seen in the weight room as well? Like any particular numbers? Do you feel particularly stronger in certain ways, like rotationally, with your deadlift, anything like that, Casey?
Yeah, a big one for me is reverse lunge. When I first started doing reverse lunges, I was doing like 225 was really pushing it, and now I can do 285 on a good day. I'm feeling well
Sheesh.
rested. I can
Sheesh.
do all 5 reps of that, and that was crazy for me the first time I did it for all
Yeah,
5 reps. I was like, this is pretty cool.
that's sick, man. What'd you think about the triphasic training like initially? I know it's a big like it's a different modality of training, man. Like a lot of players are not used to triphasic training. What was your first kind of reaction to like changing your tempos and stuff during your exercises?
Yeah, at first it was really kind of weird going super slow on the way down. I mean, I've done slow eccentric movements like that, but
Yeah.
it's never been like all like that before. So it was definitely different at first, but I got used to it. And I think that was one of the places where I started to see the biggest jumps, partially because it was like the beginning. I just started getting consistent. But
Hmm.
yeah, I felt a lot stronger going through that kind of lengthening phase. And yeah,
Sick, dude. Awesome, man. Yeah, brother. I mean, up 9 EV. I know we're gonna get more, dude. Absolutely. Think you've been killing it, dude. If you had, a player watching this right now who maybe he's on the fence about joining the Close the Gap protocol, or he's not sure if he wants to commit to a program because he's busy or plays a different sport, what would you ultimately tell that player directly, dude?
I would say that if you want it bad enough, you would commit to something. Um, you can make time for it. It's not a huge time commitment. It's not like it's going to take 4 or 5 hours each day. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that's all it is. So I guess it just depends on how much you really want to go chase your goals and be committed.
Yeah, dude. Even if he plays football, right? Even
Yeah.
if he plays football, it's possible, man. Sweet, dude. Well, I appreciate your time, brother. And, again, great gains, dude. We're gonna keep on pushing it through this fall. And also in this winter, man, we're going to definitely get to that double digit EV. I'm very confident in that. Um, but yeah, dude, we'll just keep crushing it, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sweet, dude. Appreciate you, man.